Hi Cancer, welcome back to my channel. I just want to thank you for being here. If you enjoy this content, please feel free to leave behind a like or a subscribe. That would be absolutely appreciated, Cancer. This reading is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or to the cross watchers watching, okay? Okay, this is quite interesting, Cancer. I mean, you've come up in your own power here with the Moon card. This is quite significant. You do have the card of victory and success below you here. So I feel like for a lot of you, you're finally gaining victory over something. Now, for a lot of you, it might be career-based. Okay, this can be career succession, progression, notoriety. You're going to be known for something here, which could impact your reputation in some way. Now, the Moon card can also rule the creative realm as well as the spiritual and emotional. So it could be that you're finally reconciling with your emotions, Cancer. It could be that you're finally having the upper hand in a situation, in particular a love situation, which is evident here and I think is quite is spilling over from last month. But I feel like with the Moon card, it can indicate a creative streak. It can indicate something to do with a motherly, caretaking, or compassionate energy as well. So you might find that you're finally meaning a lot to someone, or they're finally showing you care or compassion, or perhaps you're showing these sorts of things to someone that's very special around you. I definitely feel like love, relationships are a major theme for you. I think there's a lot of exposure happening here. Let's have a look at that beautiful Two of Cups, which is a twin flame union here. The two lovers coming in together, proclaiming their love for each other. So there's a confession of love that's happening here for some of you. It could be coming from a Capricorn. You've got Libra. You also have Leo or a fellow Cancerian. You also have swords down here, which could indicate the Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarius, and wands, which could be an Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. But I feel like this is a union of some kind that's coming to fruition here. For some of you Cancers, you need to be careful, however, because there's other cards in the spread that indicate lack of authenticity, deceiving, the notion of wanting power over you or influence or indirectness, okay, dishonesty, possibly coming in around a relationship or a very important meeting. It could be a job interview, for example, Cancer. It might be someone that you're meeting with for the first time. It might be a first date thing. They might be telling things because they want to get physical with you, or they just want a bit of a power play here. There could be someone playing mind games, okay? And it could absolutely be a twin flame. It could be someone you're physically involved with or someone you're professionally involved with. But the Seven of Swords is deceit, and he looks back at the contract card, which is the judgment, the justice card. So I think this is potentially more based on career or business ventures. If you're involved in these directly, I would be very careful about any contracts. Make sure you peruse these. Make sure these are double checked or even triple checked if they need to, because the devil wants power. So there might be a very powerful institution that you might be going up against legally, Cancer. There might be divorces happening this month, you know, legal entities, giants that are potentially coming in here. But look, not for all of you, because for some of you, I feel like you're prevailing over the devil card. So there's possibly toxic energy, or you're leaving behind a toxic energy either to evolve or grow or to come out victorious and finally come into a union here. So for some of you, if there has been a bit of chaos and calamities around a significant person, I think this is about to change and the two of you are about to come into harmony, possibly even proposals, marriage, or long-term commitment. But for others, with the devil card, can symbolize toxicity, it can symbolize power, it can symbolize someone being very drawn to you, it can even symbolize obsession, okay? So for some of you, this might be occurring. You might find that you're becoming more interested, more intrigued, more magnetically drawn to someone that's very significant, or someone that you're very attracted to, or this is how someone is feeling about you, Cancer, in the month of October. I mean, the devil card can just symbolize Capricorn energy. However, it isn't always bad. But I feel like if you have undergone a situation, if you're linked to someone or you've been attached to something that's unhealthy, maybe an addiction, maybe overindulgences, maybe greed, maybe an unhealthy person, or a friend that keeps bringing you down, it's time to put your foot down, Cancer, and make a major judgment call. You will come out victorious because you do have that Six of Wands, but I feel like the Justice card, it's Libra in energy. Libra is a partnership card. It rules parts and counterparts, opposition and confliction, the opposites. Okay, it's a binary energy. So this is why I think it's involving you and another person, or you and another party, or another entity of some kind. Okay, so judgment calls need to be made with the Justice card. Karmic things are happening around you. Karmic energy is coming back to you, Cancer. If it's good karma, it's good karma. If it's bad karma, it's bad karma. You know what's coming. You know what you've done. Maybe you've deceived. Maybe you've been deceived. Regardless, karma is coming back around and is going to balance that out. There's the scales right there. All will be balanced out. All will be revealed, Cancer. You do have the Six of Wands, which does symbolize victory, becoming more prominent. There could be a fire sign here in particular. Leo has come up. Someone that has become very prominent or starting to mean a lot more to you, Cancer. If you've had several options in dating, I feel like you're finally choosing someone, or if this is not the case, you're finally becoming extremely important to someone around you, in particular a fire sign, okay? But this could also signify career successes, or successes with showing compassion or caretaking or creative energy. Could also be a relationship with a mother figure, an aunt, a mother, a friend who does have mother-like qualities to her. So that might also be coming up for some of you Cancerians watching. But I do love what the Six of Wands represent, because it's coming into your own and you having a lot of confidence. This first column here is absolutely fantastic here, Cancer. This is you putting your best foot forward. If this is a job interview you need to go to, you're going to ace it. If this is an impression you need to make, you're going to make a very lasting impression. If this is something that you need to accomplish or something that you need to overcome, victory is yours, because the Six of Wands is victory after battle, victory after conquest, victory after something that has been endlessly challenging or arduous. So if it's been a lengthy process, Cancer, if it's happened around the last few months or the last few weeks, you are going to be successful at whatever it is, okay? Interestingly, you do have the Seven of Swords, so some of you might have an air sign around you. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Doesn't mean that this person is actively being deceitful, but they might be holding something back, or they might be not revealing all their cards, okay? Could be someone you work with, could be someone you're dating, could be someone that you're trying to get divorced from, could be someone that you're trying to find out more of. This person might have been around you for quite some time, but it's almost like you're still dancing around each other. So if you've just reinitiated contact with this person, they're not revealing all, or they might have reached out to you, but you are uncertain of their true intentions as yet. You are unsure because the Seven of Wands treads very, very lightly. So it doesn't have to be an air sign and necessarily concerned with deceit. Could be a twin flame energy around you, which again, I feel like you had that clarification from the universe from last month, that in fact a very beautiful and divine connection is present in your life right now. For some of you, I feel like you do have this connection, but you're tiptoeing around it for some reason, Cancer. Maybe you're not ready. Maybe this other person is not ready, but it could indicate that the two of you are tiptoeing ever so lightly around each other for one reason or another. And the devil can be mind games. The devil plays games. The devil is unsure of what he wants. He thinks he knows what he wants, but is it for his benefit or your own? That is something that you're going to need to decide for yourself, Cancer. But I believe you've got great judgment around you. You've come up with the Moon and the Justice card. Now, for some of you that have been awaiting contracts, I do see a contract coming that might be offered from a fellow Cancerian, a Leo, a Capricorn, or a Libra here. This could be legalities, unions, okay, signing contracts, collaborating with someone in the workplace. There could be two different collaborations. Make sure you absolutely trust this person, okay, because the Devil card is next to them. Maybe they've had bad luck in business. Maybe they've had a really unhealthy relationship. But they do have that darker energy around them. Now with the Justice card, it can be work contracts, it can be legalities, law firms, major organizations, lawsuits, workers' compensation, important documents are coming to you, okay? But you have to read over them very, very carefully, Cancer. There's a lot of assessment or attention that needs to be paid to the fine print in particular. But could also be a Libra coming in around you as well with the Justice card, which is quite powerful. The scales are in balance here. So if something has been imbalanced, dark, lack of illumination, you don't see a future, this is about to change. The moon will come in and shine its light, okay, its luminescence on something, on a union here, and it's going to bring clarity, it's going to bring validation, and it's going to bring direction to you. Now, the Justice card could be a new job that's being offered. Some of you will stand out from the crowd. There's a successful meeting taking place. Now, Capricorns are not all bad. I mean, because they're represented by the Devil card, more often than not, Capricorns tend to be in leadership roles in workplaces. So it might just be the person in human resources or the person that makes you an offering of work or business or clientele or business ship is someone under the sign of a Capricorn. But it's also needing to have as a message here, Cancer, needing to be practical. Don't be too unrealistic. The moon can sometimes be anxiousness, creativity, emotions, even a little bit of fantasy. I feel like the moon can also symbolize to an extent the subconscious. So I feel a part of you might be or is or has been unrealistic about something here, Cancer. And it's time to have a direct, realistic approach, and it's time to put your foot down and make that major judgment call, which is required in the month of October. I will leave it at that, though.